Tonight on Si's Eyes on the Skies.
Taking a look at our sky camera at ISU Memorial Union, we have pretty clear skies today. Going to have some cold overnight temperatures though. Have more on that after the break.
Plus, Danny has a look at the national forecast. Si's Eyes on the Skies for Thursday, February 3rd starts now.
Broadcasting live from the studios at Hamilton Hall at Iowa State University, the Iowa State Meteorology Department brings you the latest weather from across the country and out your front door. This is Si's Eyes on the Skies.
Tonight's weather story. On this day in 1902, a winter storm blew through Kansas City. Within 2 days, the city was buried under 9.2 inches of snow. Also on this day in 1947, the temperatures were very, very cold, and we reached a record low temperature in North America in Snag, Yukon. The temperature came in at a whopping negative 81.4 degrees Fahrenheit. To discuss more on what's happening around the country, here's Danny with our national forecast.
Thank you, Madden. So the headlines here across the country, we have a major winter storm that's going across southeastern United States up into the New England states. We have some severe weather to our southeast as well. A couple of tornadoes tore through Alabama earlier today, and it's quiet out in the west and will be throughout the weekend and into next week. We'll have that and more coming up for your national forecast.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Now, here is Danny with a look at what is happening around the nation.
Good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Danny Cassidy. Well, there's a lot going on right now, especially to our south and to our east. Take a look right now at satellite and radar. We have high pressure dominating the central United States. That's why we get some of this dry and cool air locally here in Iowa, as well as the upper Midwest. But to our south and to our east, we have this massive cold front that's been ranging all the way from Louisiana up into Maine and Newfoundland. And it's been giving us an interesting band of weather, not normally known for this time of year. We have a bit of a rain here into the southeast, into Atlanta, into the Georgia, South Carolina. We have a lot of severe weather going on right here. A couple tornadoes spawned up, as well as some severe thunderstorm warnings. And then to our north here, these pink and purple, that's freezing rain and sleet. That's been happening a little bit further north into southern Ohio and northern Kentucky. And then to our north here, the recognizable whites and blues, that's been the snow band. So it's been just a massive system that's been going on for the past couple of days that's been moving throughout the eastern United States. Right now, temperatures nationwide, so we have a cold 4 degrees in Minneapolis. That's some of that Arctic air that's moving down. And then off to our north and to our east, where that cold front is, you can kind of see the divide here. So Atlanta at 64, Memphis at 28. That's where this divide is from the blue and from the yellows. And that's going to keep moving to the south and to the east, bringing cooler temperatures to the southeast. Even in Texas, 30 degrees. They had some colder air move in throughout this portions of the week. And so they've been dealing with a lot of that over the past couple of days. Locally here in the Midwest, so again, kind of seeing this little bit of divide here from the really cold temperatures up in Minnesota, 4 degrees, single digits, to about some of the teens here, Chicago, St. Louis, Kansas City. They've been dealing with some cooler temperatures, although right around normal for this time of year. To the northeast here, so again, you can kind of see the remnants of this cold front. So Washington, D.C. is the warm spot at 51 degrees. But up to the north and to the east, you see Caribou at 19. Montreal, up to our neighbors to the north, are at 16. And then here in Massachusetts, New York, so this is where they're getting some of that freezing rain. And then a little to the north, they're getting some of that snow just because of that temperature divide. And then to the southeast again, so you can clearly see this cold front divide here. So Huntsville at 43, they've been past the cold front, and then at 65 here in Montgomery. So a little bit to the north there in Birmingham, that's where we saw that tornado warning earlier. So they've been getting hit with rain as well as some damaging winds and maybe a little bit of hail. So it's very colorful here in terms of watches and warnings. So we'll kind of walk you through what each of these mean. So this light blue here up in North Dakota, that's going to be the wind chill advisory, and that kind of dominates too here in southern Texas. These pinks, these are the winter storm warnings rather, and so they've been dealing with anywhere from ice or a lot of snow accumulation. So the ice has been kind of in this Ohio River Valley, especially in this purple. This is an ice storm warning. So they've been dealing with a lot of that. This green here, this is some flood warnings. So again, states like Georgia and Alabama have been dealing with a lot of rain in the past couple of days. And then here is this purple. This is a winter weather advisory, and they're dealing with a little bit of a rain-snow mix as well as some snow. So it's just very colorful across the nation. A lot of weather has been transpiring over the past couple of days and will continue into tomorrow and into the weekend. So Futurecast here shows this is at Friday at 5 a.m. So that rain keeps moving off to the north and east. And you can see kind of this pink band here. Remember where those temperatures were a little bit warmer. They'll be dealing with a little bit of ice and a little bit of snow to the north. Fast forward to 10:30 p.m. here. Pretty dry here in the central United States. Maybe a little bit of snow coming in from Canada that moves into Montana. However, this rain kind of moves out for the weekend and will remain dry here for the northeast. And you can see dry conditions nearly everywhere across the United States. But then on Sunday, a little bit of snow maybe moves in off of Lake Michigan, maybe gives Michigan a little bit of snow, and maybe a little bit here in Iowa, but again, nothing that'll accumulate to too much across the nation. So how much are we anticipating with all of this? So again, you can see kind of this strong snow band. This is a heavy, very heavy snowstorm. And so these pinks are anywhere from about 8 to 12 inches of maybe a foot of snow. Not as much to the south here because they're dealing more of the ice and more of the rain accumulation. So if we flip to how much rain are people getting. So again, this is by Sunday at 6:30, so over the next 72 hours. These purples here, these local spots are anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. Blue is about up to an inch, and these greens are anywhere from a couple tenths of an inches. So again, this storm rather has impacted a lot of people in a lot of ways. So a week ahead here, so this is Raleigh, North Carolina, kind of in the middle of all this. So they'll be dealing with a lot of rain here, and it will be quite the cool down here with that cold front moving through, so they'll drop down to 43. We'll be dry with maybe a chance of rain on Monday, and as they head into portions of next week, they'll dip down into 48 and then up into the upper 50s.
Thank you, Danny, for that forecast. Now let's take a look at tonight's trivia question. What sort of snow turns into a glacier? A, partially melted snow, B, frozen solid snow, or C, freshly fallen snow? We'll have your answer coming right up. Now let's have a look at the week ahead with Lexie.
Thank you, Maddie. Let's take a look at some of the headlines we have here tonight. Overnight wind chills are going to be a big problem across the state, but luckily we are going to have a warm-up through the weekend and that very pleasant week ahead of us. We'll have more that and more coming up after the break.
Food. It nourishes, brings us together, and adds flavor to life. That's why it's important to wash hands, surfaces, and fresh produce. Keep raw meat, poultry, and seafood separate from ready-to-eat foods like fruits and vegetables. And cook to proper temperatures using a food thermometer. Enjoy, and refrigerate leftovers within 2 hours. For more tips on safely preparing foods, visit homefoodsafety.org.
Let's take a look at our current conditions outside. We have here in Ames very clear skies for overnight tonight, currently 5 degrees, winds out of the north at 8 miles per hour. That will be picking up a little bit and cooling us off overnight as we keep going. Looking at temperatures across the state right now, we have this cold section of air really affecting mostly northern Iowa right now. I do believe they are in a wind chill advisory at the moment as well. But as you get down to some of the southern parts of the state, we even see some double digits here in Ottumwa sitting at 10 degrees and Burlington sitting at 14. But Mason City is just sitting at a very chilly -3. Taking a look at our wind speeds, not too bad for wind speeds right now. Actually, in southern Iowa, we have slightly higher wind speeds. Ottumwa sitting at 10 miles per hour. But as you can see, most of the winds are coming out of the north, which will really cool us down overnight. Now, a more accurate representation of what our temperatures really feel like right now. In Ames, it is actually 5 degrees, but it feels like -7. Mason City, again, sitting at -11, as well as Decorah. And it's pretty much just really cold across the states, not seeing many temperatures above 0 degrees. Davenport sitting right at 0. As we get farther west, we do see Sioux City and Council Bluffs both sitting at 10. Taking a look at our satellite radar, not much happening. Just a little bit, a dusting of snow even in southern Iowa, but other than that, pretty clear skies. Tonight, we have a low of -8 degrees, northwest winds from 5 to 10 miles per hour, and a clear night sky, which will be cooling us down as we go through nighttime hours. Tomorrow, though, we do have a high of 19 degrees. It's going to be sunny and breezy, and a southwest wind, which will eventually be warming us up a little bit out of the southwest. And taking a look ahead tomorrow, 8 a.m., very chilly, -2, and we gradually warm up to 11 and 18, topping at 12 p.m. tomorrow, and then gradually falling down as we get into nighttime hours. Taking a look at our futurecast wind chill, this is where we're going to see some very cold temperatures as we go through this. Mason City maxing at a -14 degrees feels like temperature, and Ames sitting at -11. Forecast lows. Without the wind chill, you see this very cold air mass that is affecting mostly northern Iowa, northeast Iowa. Decorah sitting at -6, Waterloo a low of -8. We see some warmer air here to our west. Sioux City sitting at 5, Council Bluffs at 4, Creston sitting just at our 0-degree mark. Our highs for tomorrow, again, Ames sitting at 19 degrees. So we're seeing pretty much lower to upper teens, even some 20s across southern Iowa. And then looking at our week ahead, we are actually going to see a nice warm up as we get into our weekend. It will be very breezy on Friday and only a high of 19 and our low of -5. But look at this beautiful weekend. We have 37 on Saturday, only a low of 15. Sunday is at 27, a little bit cooler. Then we get to Monday and Tuesday, a high of 45 on Tuesday. Not very much heard of in the cold month of February, so we will definitely enjoy that. And then staying pretty warm throughout the week.
Thank you, Lexie, for that forecast. Let's review tonight's trivia question. What sort of snow turns into a glacier? So what are y'all thinking?
You're not going to read off the options for us?
Oh,
Yeah.
I suppose I could have. It was A, partially melted snow, B, frozen solid snow, or C, currently freshly falling snow. So,
Given that it's popped up on the TV there, I'm going to go with C, freshly fallen snow.
Yeah, I think I will too.
Yeah.
yeah, that would be a good opportunity to.
You know, I'm just getting your questions every time. You got to come up with tougher ones.
I seriously was trying so hard this week to come up with a question that would stump you, but here we are.
We got lucky this week.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that concludes tonight's show. Please be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can find every show on YouTube under our Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you later. Have a great night.